Hi guys, welcome. Welcome to our Own Your Own Life event. Welcome for all of you guys who have shown up here to Lorraine's event, to her launch. It's really, really exciting. So thank you so much for all of your support. It really does mean a lot for your time. We really do appreciate your time. So tonight here, we're really just going to share Lorraine's beautiful story, her beautiful new adventure, and for anyone else at home or listening to the recording, we will be sharing a few different stories in general, just about life, health, how we can really become better versions of ourselves. Because who can agree that the world is getting sick and we are just getting more stressed? We're working too much. We're just surviving instead of thriving. So there's so many of us just surviving. We're just getting by. We're just paying those bills. We're not really living to our full potentials or really enjoying So the Soul Project, which is what we do online, we utilize an online program to really support a healthier, wealthier, more abundant lifestyle for so many more people, because we feel like there's just so much suffering around. Who here can agree that you know someone either suffering in their health, autoimmune diseases, thyroid conditions, skin conditions, then you've got your finances, who here's behind in their bills, their credit card debts. We always are looking for that little bit of extra income, just scraping by at the end of the week, living week to week. It's just not really sustainable. And to do this for 40 to 50 to 60 years for the rest of your life, we're working so much. So many of us are working in jobs we don't enjoy, that don't serve us, or we just living as getting by. So we've created a program to really help all areas of mental, emotional, and financial stress, because these are the three massive things that so many of us are suffering in. Mental, emotional, financial, and physical stress. All of our health is being depleted because we're just not nourishing ourselves. We're not nourishing our minds. We're not nourishing our bodies. And we're working way too much. 50, 60 hours a week if you've got your own business. If you're working for someone else, you're not enjoying where you're going. You're living day to day, week to week, and it's just not getting it. So we're really excited. We would really encourage you to just be here with an open mind and to listen out what we've got to share. We definitely are not here to convince anyone. We just want to open your eyes and share from our hearts to all of you guys something that's really helped all of us, and something that's really exciting. So we hope you really love what we're about to share. So basically, what is the Soul Project? The Soul Project came about when we noticed so many different people suffering, and I was just one person. We were just that one person wanting to make a change in the world, wanting to and alleviate suffering. So we created a program to impact millions and thousands of people day to day, to really just start thriving in life and start enjoying life again. So our program is basically all online. It's all hosted online. We have mindfulness programs to help us really feed our mind daily, all of that beautiful thing, to really nourish ourselves. We've got exercise guides, we've got meal plans, we've got recipes for the whole family. So your kids do not have to miss out at all. How many of you guys know of so many crazy diets out there? We don't believe in dieting. We don't believe in deprivation. That's definitely not how we work. We believe in creating a healthy food culture at home so it's sustainable. So we've got things like meal guides, recipes, entertaining guides, kids wholesome guides, so that you're really gaining the best out of your family, so you're feeding more whole foods to your family and any of your kids as well. So our program is sustainable, and we have found a beautiful nutrition support that supports our program, so that we are fueling our mind, our body, and our soul all at the same time. So for our body component, we have come across a product called Juice Plus. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard of it, but basically it is the essence of almost 30 whole fruits and veggies juiced up and pulped into a capsule. So super easy. We all know that we're not getting enough fruits and veggies into our diet, so it just bridges that gap between what we should be eating and what we really are eating. So this is what they look like here. I know, right? Super skeptical. I was skeptical when I was like, oh wow, what is this? Because I don't believe that anything that we should have should be in a vitamin form. I just don't believe in vitamins. I'm a massive foodie. I'm a massive believer in whole food and getting as much whole food as we can. But let's face it, there's just not enough time in the day to sustain a whole food healthy diet, to eat at least 5 to 13 serves of fruits and veggies every single day. And kids are fussy as well. So this just bridges that gap to what we are eating and what we really should be eating. So you've got your veggies, you've got your berries, got your fruit. Now, when I look on the back, I absolutely love that I read every single ingredient. I don't need a science degree to understand what the hell is in these, because I can read it. Now, if I can read it, my body can read it. My body understands it. It's recognized by our cells on a cellular level. So when I turn over on the back here, you've got things like apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beetroot, acerola cherry, date. So many different things that we may not be getting on a daily basis. Now, what I love is that a lot of you may not be aware, but a lot of the fruits and veggies that we're buying in store at the moment, that we're going to Coles or Woolies or wherever you're going to get your fruits and veggies from, most picked 2 to 3 weeks way too early. So they're picked way too early. They're not seeing those final stages of vine ripen happen online, which is probably the most important to gain the most nutrition out of that. So we're not seeing that nutrition in our bodies. We're missing out on those last final stages of nutrition. So we're seeing a lot of cancers. We're seeing a lot of diseases. We're seeing a lot of skin conditions. We're seeing a lot of sickness, illness, flus, autoimmune diseases. There's so many different things out there, and it's creating a bit of a health crisis because we are getting sicker, healthier, and we're not fueling ourselves the way that we really should be. And we think we're doing an awesome job, but really our food is picked way too early. It's sitting on shelves for months at a time. And who can agree that when you get that fruit into your fridge, it's pretty much in a couple of days because it has been sitting there for quite some time. With these, I absolutely love that they're vine ripened. So they're picked at peak ripeness, they're pulped, they're juiced. You understand the power of juicing. It's literally juicing in a capsule. So they're juiced, they're pulped, the skin, the stem, every little part of that fruits and veggies is inside these capsules, which is beautiful because once they're juiced and pulped, the sugar and the water is removed that in the dehydration process. So you don't have to worry good content at all. It's removed in that drying process, dried super low so that you're gaining all of those phytochemicals and nutrients. So what's left over once you take out the water is all of those delicious and going to work in your body. Now, what I love is it goes to work in everyone's. So it will go to work in everyone's body different. It's working in your cells, in your body on a cellular and DNA level because our body recognizes it. So it's absorbed into your bloodstream within about 10 minutes of taking it, which I absolutely love because you're taking a multivitamin at the moment. That is synthetic. It's an isolated vitamin source that's made in a lab and it's not being recognized by your body. So I absolutely love that these are bioavailable to your cells. And it just makes sense. We need more fruits and veggies, and fruits and veggies make sense. Of omegas, which is awesome for plant-based omegas. All of our products are vegan, so plant-based omegas are awesome to skip that fish. There's a lot of mercury and radiation out there in the ocean, so it does skip and go straight to the source from a plant base. what I love, and Ash and they all love these. Kids love these as well, which is awesome. So these are plant-based shakes. You've probably seen the girls all posting about them. They are awesome. They taste just like chocolate milk. Yes. And what I love is that you're getting so many superfoods into that you may not be getting on a daily basis. When I turn the back, you've got things like yucca, spirulina, pumpkin powder, pomegranate. You've got alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, so many different things here that you can trick your kids, chocolate milk, but really you're getting so much goodness into their body every single day. So they're just really easy. They can be a brekkie on the go, a meal on the go, or just a healthy snack. I absolutely love them for breakfast. And if you do have kids, I love that we do have kids-free products. So if you've got kids, they eat free on our program, even better, right? So Kids Eat Free, they come in a delicious chewable form. So you may have seen the girls post the little chewies, the little gummies. There's no added sugar in them. It's just mixed with a little bit of tapioca starch and the fruit juice. So they are vegan as well, and they're getting 17 varieties of fruits and veggies into their body every single day, which I think is awesome. So a little bit about our program, fueling our mind, our body and soul all together to create better versions, healthier versions of all of us. So we're going to switch gears. I'm going to take it over to Nora now, and she's going to share what she's found so far being on the products, what she loves about it, and where she was beforehand, because stories just make so much of a difference. So take it away, Nora.
You just have to unmute yourself, honey.
Hi guys, thanks for coming. So my health wasn't, it's still not the best. It hasn't been good for a while, and I knew something had to change. And then my friend Ash actually introduced me to Juice Plus and was telling me about it, and I gave it a try. It's been maybe a little over a month now, and I'm on all the products. And one thing that I've noticed is my increase in energy. So that's something big for me. Also, I've noticed that my skin and my hair are not so dry as much anymore. And I love that my kids can join into and get all the good nutrients. Yes, so that's a bonus. I'm excited for more results, and I'm excited for anyone else who wants to give it a go as well. Yeah, so that's
awesome.
Thanks,
Nora. Can you tell us a little bit about also where you were beforehand? Where were you before Juice Plus, and why did it make sense to you?
It just made sense because I wasn't eating right, really. Like, I wasn't getting enough of the fruit and veggies in. I was skeptical at the start. When Ash was telling me about it, I was like, that's not, that can't be, 30 whole foods and like fruit and vegetables in one little capsule. And then I've tried it, and it's for real. So yeah,
love it. It's so true. We all are skeptics, and it's just crazy. So I do love results, and results do speak for themselves. And if any of you do know Nora, you can just see the impact and change the program has had on her, because the positivity, the vibrance, just there's so much purpose and drive in there now. There's so much motivation, and it just goes to show that when you flood your body full of nutrients, and when you're surrounded by beautiful people, how much things can really impact and change. So I love your share. Thanks. I know that stories are awesome, and I know that they do bring a lot of power to this, and we will hear from Lorraine very soon. So I'm going to pass it now over to Stacey, because Stacey has had awesome results. She's been on the product and program a little bit longer, so she's had some awesome results, and I'd love for you to share, beautiful. Take it away.
Okay, hi guys. So I've been on the products for about 4 months now. Before, I used to get a really bad like rash on my face. I think it was just kind of like eczema and stress, and obviously not get enough of the goodness. Every time I would eat dairy as well, that was a massive thing. So I'd get like a really big rash on my face. It would go all the way down to my neck. It was so horrible, like itchy. I remember one time someone made a joke and said that it looked like shaving rash, which made me feel, you know, so great about myself. Not really. But since being on it, I don't know if you can see very well, but it's pretty much gone. Like, I put a photo on Facebook not long ago. I just feel so much better as well. Like, I've got more energy, like it lasts all day. I feel like I'm awake. Yeah, so that's kind of been my story, my biggest impact. Like, I have lost some weight. I just feel, yeah, super good. And I don't think I can share a picture on here of my before and after, but I'm super excited to see what else is going to happen. Like, my nails are improving. My hair feels so much more healthier. Just everything. The whole family is noticing so many awesome results.
Yay, thank you for your
Sorry.
share. It's just amazing, yeah, what whole food nutrition can do, and it does different things for everyone. So if it's sleep, if it's energy, one thing we do have is a shred challenge program. So you may have seen some of the girls posting about a shred. That is something that comes complimentary in our program as well, which is awesome. If you did want accelerated weight loss results, it's something that we can provide as well. So there's a whole component of weight loss to health to mindfulness, all of these different components that are really bringing everything together. So I know a lot of you are skeptical. I definitely was when I came to one of these. So what I'm going to do is pass it over to Tanya. She's just going to explain a few of the myths. I know for me, I thought that I could never do something like this. I could never be successful. I don't know enough people. There's all these different things that we play over and over again. So Tanya's just going to share a little bit about that.
Right, thanks, honey. Hi, everyone. So, well, when I've sort of been in this business now for a year, and so for me, I sort of jumped into the business after 4 days of being on the product because I just loved the product so much, and I completely understood the business side of it. It made real sense to me. Because at the time, what I was doing is I was actually stuck in a job that was killing my soul, really. I was watching people die, and as soon as I, had such great results on the product, I thought, wow, I want to help people live. So I jumped right in with 2 feet. I also saw it as a really good way for me to have the freedom lifestyle that I want and to be able to travel with my hubby, which is something I really wanted as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story, because when I first came into this, I was a little bit like, like we all are, we're all a bit skeptical, and I was a bit like, well, I'd had some pretty interesting experiences, awful actually, in the 90s with, network marketing and things like that. And so my first feeling was, oh my God, is it one of those pyramid thingies? And, as soon as I saw and understood this whole concept around the pyramid thing, I just completely changed my mind. So when you think about a traditional business, and I'll look at the business that I was in, or the job that I was in when I first looked at this business. So if you think about a traditional business, it's pretty much shaped like this, right? So you've got, it's a triangle, it's a pyramid. So you've got your CEO at the top, and then you've got your different levels. And then you've got, people sitting down here, more people down here than anywhere else. And this is pretty much where I was sitting. So I was here and I was feeling really frustrated because I was limited on the income that I could earn. And I was limited in the hours that I could learn. Like I was told what hours I had to work. I was told when I could have time off. I was told how much I was going to earn and how I did the job. So there was no creative license. And I sort of felt like, well, if I want to earn any more, the only way I could earn any more is actually to move up into the next level or even the next one. And I tried this a few times and it never worked because there was so much competition. Because as you say, as you get up the levels, of course, there's less opportunities for jobs. There's less jobs available, basically. And so you've got often you've got more competition. So I found this really, really frustrating, and it really affected my confidence. And I thought I was completely useless. And the whole reason why I didn't get the job is because there was someone better skilled or with more qualifications than I was. It was simple. And so that was something that I found really difficult. And the other thing I found really hard is the support. So there wasn't a lot of support because it was a very competitive place to be. Everyone was wanting what they wanted. So it was very individualistic and quite selfish, really. So I'm just going to turn that on its head, and I'm just going to show you. This is what Juice Plus looks like. Juice Plus still has the levels, just like traditional business. And the top level is our pinnacle position, NMD. And the same as traditional business, that we come in at the bottom. But as you can see, there's no pyramid, right? It's all equal. And what is really, really wonderful about this, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my God, like it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what qualifications you have, what skills you have, what you've done before. You can be a doctor or a lawyer, or you can clean toilets, or, you can even have a disability, or, you can be a mum at home with kids and have an income, because you don't have to have any skills for this. You can come in down here because everyone gets taught. There's coaching all the way through. You get taught everything that you need to know. And the other fantastic thing that I loved about this is that you could actually choose to go as high as you want. So say, for example, you just wanted to earn $200 to $500 a month. Maybe you just wanted to, have an evening out once a month, or, you wanted just an extra bit of pocket money. You can do that. But then if you want to earn, $1,000 a month, you can do that too. And then if you want to move all the way up and earn a six-figure income, you can do that as well. It's really, really up to you. There is no limits on the amount of income that you can earn. It's all up to how much time and effort you want to put into it. And of course, the other thing is there's no competition. It doesn't matter where you are and where you are in the business. You can still move up without competing with each other. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a really, really supportive environment. We're all supporting each other because we're all going the same place. And I think that was what I loved about it the most, actually, because I had come from an environment that was very, very negative and very disempowering, whereas this environment is really nurturing, very positive, very encouraging, and I just loved it immediately. So that's pretty much a no-brainer when you think about that. And so something else that we find a lot in this business is we have found that we have three different types of people. So we've got person A, and person A is usually someone that comes in and they're on the product, they love the product, it's really helping them, and they fall in love with it and they want to keep being on it for the rest of their lives. And so they want to get their product either cheaper or free. And so that's the first person that comes in. And then the second type of person that comes in is person B. Person B is somebody who They might just want to have this as like a side gig, bit of extra income, maybe earn $500 to $1,000 a month, bring them a little bit of extra money in, and, you know, just keep it as a side gig besides their job. And then there is person number C. And this person is, so this was like myself. I actually got into this because I saw this as a full-time job. I saw this as something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to get right up the top and earn as much money as I could, because I saw it as a way of getting freedom for myself and my husband, and a way for us to be able to travel the world. So that's what I did. And often what we find is when people come in at A, they become B, and then they often become C as well, because people can see pretty much straight away how awesome this is and how much potential there is in it, which is super, super cool. So another thing that I found, this was a biggie for me actually, because I was like, oh, I hate selling, and, you know, I don't know enough people, and that was a big thing for me. But what if I don't know enough people and I have to go out there and annoy my friends and my family? And I didn't want to do that. And you know what? You don't have to do that. In fact, we don't want you to do that. That is the worst thing you can do. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I did. So here's me. Here's little old me. And so I went out there and I reached out to a friend of mine called Rachel. And Rachel, she was on the product, and she was pretty much like me. After the first week, she thought, yeah, I'm really in. Don't like my job, and I love the product. And she'd just done a nutrition certificate, so she completely understood that and thought, right, I'm in. She got in. Then I reached out and I spoke to a friend of mine, Maxine. And Maxine was the same. She was on the product, but she loved the business. She completely understood it. And again, she was like me at an age where she just wanted to make sure she had money for her retirement and also to be able to travel with her hubby. And so she jumped in too because she understood it completely. And then Rachel went out and she found Chantel, and then she found Alice, and then Maxine went out and she met Shirley, and then she talked to Louise. And then, as you can see, what happens is all you need to know is 2 people, because as soon as you start talking to 2 people, that 2 people doubles and doubles again and doubles again. So as you can see, it becomes like popcorn. So it kind of bursts out, and before you know it, the 2 people that you become so many more people, and you've got this beautiful team of people that you've only just met, and they become your tribe. And that is really, really awesome, because in this business, you know, we're a teaching business and we're a networking business. So, you know, what we do is we reach out and we talk to people and we support each other. So we are supporting each other and lifting each other up. And, you know, there is no selling or anything like that. We are just sharing, you know, we are sharing everything. So everything we do, we're sharing our stories and we're just helping people. And that's what I love about this fabulous business. So I actually managed to, after I've been in the business for 4 months, and I was actually able to leave my job, my day job. So this is my full-time thing now. It's funny, full-time, but it's only part-time. So yeah, that's great. So I'm just going to pass you back over to Ash now. Thanks, honey.
I love it so much. It is so true. I remember all of my previous jobs. They have never been supportive. My last job was a retail job. There was no room for growth. There was no support. I swapped my time for a dollar figure, and I just did not know how I was going to get ahead and how I wanted to travel. I wanted to travel the world, but my job and my boss only told me that I could get 4 weeks off a year, and that just didn't sit right with me. And so many others are starting to take work online and travel and do this freedom lifestyle. And those working for 40 hours for 40 years just doesn't work anymore, because we're just not getting by, and it's not a supportive environment. It's quite negative sometimes. So with this, I absolutely love that we can make friends along the way. We can help support each other. We're rising each other up as we go. And it definitely isn't one of those things that you do have to annoy people. If not, we want you to connect with more people from your heart, because we're so connected, yet we're so disconnected. Wouldn't you agree? We're so connected on social media, yet we are so disconnected. We don't connect anymore. We don't actually talk to each other anymore. So this has really inspired me to connect to more people, to really see how people are, and to share from our hearts something that's helped us. So I absolutely love that. What we will do, I will actually pass it over to Ash. We're going to hear from Ash Girl, and she's going to share, we're going to switch gears a little bit. She's going to share a little bit about the online work side. So the business behind Juice Plus, how it came to be, where she was at before this, what life looked like before this, how she's really found some freedom and some exciting new things coming her way. And take it away, girl.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it, and I know Lorraine does too. So I'm a young mum of 6. Some of you may know. It's pretty crazy having 6 kids, but, I love them to death. But before this, I was just a stay-at-home mum. I kind of had no excitement or drive for my future. I actually didn't even think about my future. I was sick of being broke, sick of just getting by, and most of all, sick of saying no to my kids, because we have so many kids, finances just don't say yes. So, so I haven't worked in 13 years, which is crazy, I know, but I've just been a mum since I was a kid. So, I didn't really want to do daycare. I kind of wanted to just, look after my kids until they go to school, because that time just goes so fast. Like, it goes like crazy. So I love that, this working online gives me the opportunity to kind of work, but also, fully be involved in my kids' lives. So that was definitely that's kind of what made me really attracted to this. And so when the opportunity came along, I'm not going to lie, I did sit on the fence for a while, but not because I was skeptical, more because I was, the belief in myself wasn't there. I was like, no, I can't do anything like this. I'm just a stay-at-home mum. So it was more that I wasn't really skeptical, but I was just a bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to do something like this. So, but then I just got out of my bullshit excuses, and I got out of my comfort zone for sure. This is definitely something I wouldn't usually do. But, I got out of my excuses and thought, what have I got to lose? I'm broke. I got 6 kids. I'm sick of saying no to them. We're barely getting by. So, I'm really glad that this opportunity came into my life. It's changed my life for sure. Even in my short time being here, I've only been doing this for coming on to 5 months now. So it's definitely changed, a lot for me. I've hit a couple of promotions already. I'm pretty stoked about that, because, I didn't think I'd be able to do anything like that, get promotions. What? So that was pretty cool. And the community behind this, they've been here beside me the whole way, always, basically want it as much as I do. They're so helpful and caring and loving. So it's really awesome having them behind me as well. So that's really awesome. And I love that I can work this around my 6 kids. Some people, or, a lot of people tell me, I don't know how you do this, look after 6 kids and, and have your own business, but you can, because you can work, you can work it around your life. That's what I love. And I basically wouldn't be able to work a normal job, because my kids are pretty, needy. They've had me all their lives. So if I was taken out of their lives and working, that would be a big shock to them, and they'll probably hate me when they grow up. So no, thank you. But this has helped me, and not just with my health and freedom. It's helped within myself, my you know, my confidence, my self-development, like my futures, my goals, you know, and the future of my family. So I'm loving my journey so far, and I definitely encourage you to get your questions answered, for sure. The best opportunity that's ever come across.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. So now we have Lorraine actually sitting right next to you. We will get the hour to share her beautiful story, what you found so far, where were you before this, and how this has really changed your life. And then we're going to switch gears after Lorraine speaks and show you guys really how we make money in this, really how the business works, how it all works. So you can maybe think about if this was something for you, if it resonates with you. Take it, Lorraine.
Thank you everyone for coming to join us. So before this, I was struggling. I couldn't work towards my goals because of financial issues. My health was shit. I would rather stay at home and play PlayStation and eat all my mom's munchies and mine. And I didn't really care what I was feeding my body. But what inspired me was my two sisters. They are much happier, they fill their mind with positivity, and they love what they do. Working online has made it easier for me to work towards my goals and dreams, and getting money for studio time, and getting healthier too. So far, I love what I'm doing, and I already feel like I'm on my way to becoming the best version of me. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Thank you so much for sharing. Look at you just glowing there, girl. Already just amazing. Well, so I know that I can already see changes in you, and I know that so many will be able to see those changes. There's just glowing. So thank you so much for sharing. We're going to pass it back over to Tans. Tans is just going to share how it all works. I know a lot of you have heard, you know, some stories, maybe inspiring, but we just want a little bit about how it all works, how we get paid, and then we'll wrap it up and give you the rest of the night. So take it away, Tans.
Hey again. You get sick of listening to me talking tonight. So, but that's all good because I love talking about this amazing company and this amazing business. So, I just love this company, and you know, if they say it's a company with a heart, and it's so true in so many different ways. So, you know, Dress Plus has basically been around for nearly 30 years. That's a really long time. And so what they've done is in that time they have never ever paid for any marketing or advertising at all. So what they've got is they've got this big pool of money here, and so this would normally, for any traditional business, this would normally go towards advertising or marketing, but instead what they do is they actually pay the customer instead. So that money goes to the customer, and that's because the customer is their advertising. So when we are sharing our story, we are recommending, and it works exactly the same as anything that you would recommend. So, you know, you would recommend a really good restaurant or a movie or a hairdresser. I mean, we do it all the time. This is exactly the same. You know, it's like this fear that I have around, oh, I hate selling. It is not even selling. Honestly, I wouldn't have done it if I knew it was selling. So we are just recommending something that we love, that's working for us, that we think that might help other people. So it's that simple, really, really easy. And so, you know, you'll want to know how we get paid, right? I mean, we all want to know that. That's something that I certainly wanted to know. So we actually get paid 3 different ways in this by this company. The first way is that we get paid like a retail profit. And so that is every time that we connect a customer with the company, we get paid a percentage of profit from that. So we don't have to do anything any more than just connect the customer with the company. We don't have to hold on to any product. We don't have to deliver any product. I mean, how many people have been involved in companies that you have to actually deliver everything to your customers? Well, you don't have to do that. Everything is done by the company. They take your customers' money and they ship their product, which is cool. And then they pay us a percentage just for connecting them. That's so cool. And then another way that we get paid is by a commission. And so when I was showing you the circles before about how your team grows and even the different levels that you get to move up. So depending on which level you're at and how many people you have in your team, you get paid a certain percentage of commission on that, on your team. So that's really, really cool, because as you go up each level and as your team grows, you get paid more and more. So that's what's really awesome about that. And the last way that we get paid, which is really fun, is the bonuses. So the bonuses these are cool because, you know, obviously the more team you have, the more that you can actually get paid through these. So what happens is we come into the company as a virtual franchisee. Everyone starts as a virtual franchisee. Within your first 10 days, you actually get to move up to a direct virtual franchisee. And when you do that, you actually get paid a $100 bonus. Really cool. And then within your first month, you can actually move up to a senior direct virtual franchisee, and you get a $400 bonus. And the really cool thing about this, so I mentioned before about how this is a teaching business. So the really cool thing about this is your teacher also gets a $400 bonus. So when you help somebody to get their promotions, you get a bonus as well. How cool is that? So our next promotion level is a sales coordinator, and they get a $600 bonus, and the teacher gets a $600 bonus as well. And I hope you guys can all see that. I forgot high enough. The next one is a senior sales coordinator, and that is a $1,200 bonus and a $1,200 bonus for the teacher. And then it's a qualified network marketing director, which is a $1,500 bonus and a $1,500 bonus for the teacher. And then our last one, which is our pinnacle position, which is NMD. And this is a $3,000 bonus. Wow, that's pretty cool. So when you get to NMD and you get a $3,000 bonus, you're earning between $80,000 to $100,000 just in residual income. So that's just on this alone. So the teacher doesn't actually need a bonus by then. So, which is really cool. So basically, this is just simply what the business is and how we get paid. And so as you can see, you've got the potential to be earning quite a lot of money, which is really awesome. So that's it. I'm just going to pass you back over to Ash. Thanks, honey.
Thank you so much. And we really, really appreciate your time. And honestly, I am testament to that. You can see it's helped Ash and so many beautiful people. I have been able to quit my retail hospitality full-time job. I was working 50 hours a week in just 6 months of doing this because I had the passion and drive to help people. It wasn't the case of, oh my God, she's good at what she does. I was in no state, in no way before coming into this ready for something like this. It just fell into my lap and I just thought, why not? I'm sick of working. I'm sick of all these hours. I want to travel and I want to help people. So just that, I had so many health problems and emotional problems going on. So it wasn't the fact of having to be good at anything. I just jumped in wholeheartedly wanting to help people because I knew I was surrounded by people suffering also. So I shared my journey. Instead of scrolling on Facebook, I found an extra 30 minutes a day to connect, to share, and to help people dream again, live again, and to help inspire people. So it literally took me 30 minutes a day to do that. It's not something you have to have a lot of time for to begin with. I did it amongst a full-time 50-hour-a-week job. It's not something you have to have a lot of finances or a lot of anything. Just jump in and do it. Courage. It takes so much courage, but I promise you it's so worth it because I'm now traveling. We've got plans to go to all different islands. We're going to the Maldives soon. We've just come back from a couple of months in Indonesia traveling. So it is so worth it because you can dream. So definitely get your questions answered, guys. Go back to the girls, go back to Lorraine. She'd love to hear from you. She'd love to help you. And we'd all love to welcome you and help you thrive again. So thank you so, so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.